Okay. So welcome everyone to our regular Thinking Thursday. And today I'm going to be sharing with you some of the pointers of what we call ACT or acceptance and commitment therapy. Now the two words, acceptance and commitment, are very heavy words, okay, loaded words hai dono. So first let us understand what is acceptance. So I'd like some of you to start thinking about what acceptance means. So, and then I'm going to ask each one of you. And acceptance and commitment therapy speaks about how to get out of your mind, which is disturbing you, and entering life, which can be motivating, encouraging, invigorating. So today we're going to be focusing on 4 aspects. I'm going to introduce ACT as to what it really means, the components of ACT में क्या-क्या चीजें हैं जो हम देखते हैं, बेसिक चीजें मैं आपको बताऊंगी आज. Values एक बहुत important aspect है ACT का, and then we'll do a mindful exercise. Okay. Now, ACT is also dependent on another theory, which is called relational frame theory. मतलब ये दो चीज साथ में हम देखते हैं. Now, what does the RFT speak about? Which you will understand very easily because it connects language, communication, and relationships between words and meaning. इसका अर्थ क्या है? कि मैं जो सोचती हूँ और जो बोलती हूँ और जो communicate करती हूँ, and the meaning behind all that creates a relationship. I sent you a worksheet, but some of you said that it was not visible correctly. मैंने link भी भेजा था आपको. Now, we all speak, we all use words, phrases, statements, sentences, which reflect our emotions and feelings. When we communicate, sometimes we are not able to communicate what we feel, and the words are incorrect. Have you noticed that? हम सोचते कुछ है, बोलते कुछ है. And sometimes when that happens and the other person reacts in a particular manner, आप ये कहते हैं, I didn't mean that. And you explain. फिर आप explain करते हो उस चीज को. इसका मतलब है, there is a relational framework in which we are functioning. Like, जब हम अपने parents के साथ बात करते हैं, we may not agree with them, but we pick and choose words in such a way that they won't feel upset. But the same thing when you speak to a friend, or maybe you speak to your spouse, or you speak to your children, आप उतनी care नहीं लेते. Somehow you take the liberty, though you know very well that the reaction would be negative, but somehow your feelings take over, and the words that you use will give you a negative response. ये भी होता है आप सबके साथ में, हम सबके साथ होता है ये, correct? Yes. So, the RFT theory जो है, ये कहती है कि जो association form करते हैं हम between words and images or pictures, which are connected to thought. मतलब word है, image है, thought है. Now this, somehow we have to add value and meaning to this. जब हम value और meaning add नहीं करते to the word, feeling and thought, there will be conflict. So to give you an example, suppose you are in a auto, आप एक रिक्शा में जा रहे हैं, and you are late. Your voice and the tone of your voice may get a little high and shrill for the auto driver. Why? Because an image is that you are going to be late and you may be reprimanded. या लोग जो है आपको अच्छी निगाह से नहीं देखेंगे अगर आप late पहुंचे किसी meeting में या किसी को मिलने के लिए. So that image of the future and the feeling that you are having at this moment gets associated with the future, and you somehow use words to the auto driver which are actually not required. Auto driver की कोई गलती नहीं है, वो तो he cannot fly. But somehow at that moment हमने वैल्यू ऐड नहीं किया टू द मैन ड्राइविंग द ऑटो. उसका जो एक वैल्यू है हमारी लाइफ में उस वक्त, इन द प्रेजेंट मोमेंट, राइट? इफ द ऑटो गेट्स स्पॉइल्ड तो गया, ठीक है, बट वॉट एवर इट इज, दैट ऑटो इज गोइंग टू रीच यू टू योर गोल, टू योर डेस्टिनेशन. बट व्हाट आर यू डूइंग? यू आर एक्चुअली अपने अपने पैरों के ऊपर कुल्हाड़ी मारी. आपने उस ऑटो ड्राइवर को कुछ ऐसी भाषा बोली, ऐसे शब्द बोले, ऑटो ड्राइवर गुस्सा हो गया. यू वर सपोज टू रीच इन 5 minutes, यू रीच्ड इन 15 minutes. सो ये हमारे साथ होता है. सो द RFT theory says that image, thought, feeling, कि if you value and add meaning to the image, thought, feeling triangle, it is possible you will avoid internal conflict. So ये 3 चीजों के ऊपर ये थियरी काम करती है. And this same theory is also used in ACT. Okay, so acceptance and commitment therapy के लिए हम relational frame theory का इस्तेमाल करते हैं. Okay, understood? It's quite simple to understand this. Now let us understand what is acceptance. हम acceptance शब्द जब बोलते हैं, what do you mean by this? So I'd like people to tell me about acceptance. What do you understand by acceptance?
When we want people to behave the way we want them to behave, that's not happening. There's no acceptance of their thought.
Okay, all right. There is no acceptance. Anyone else? Please raise your hand so it's easy for me to ask.
Accept them as they are.
Okay, so acceptance का मतलब है कि it is not what we like, कि ये मुझे अच्छा है तो मैं इसे accept करूं. You just accept it as it is, right? It's not going to agree with you, but you will still have to
But still, it's okay.
Yeah, all right, good. Anyone else? Karan, you've raised your hand.
Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, कि जो भी अगला बंदा हमें बोल रहा है, whatever he is saying, if he is not grossly wrong, it is within values, then that thing.
Okay, so again, you may not agree fully with the person, but you accept it. So it could be that you don't like what he's saying, but yet you're willing to accept. That is also acceptance.
जी.
Correct? Good, absolutely.
जी.
Aneet?
I accept life as it comes.
Very good.
Of grief, sorrow, joy, surprise.
Correct. So whatever is happening,
So
you accept it.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm grateful for it.
And you're grateful for it. Yes, that's also a way to look at acceptance. Shruti? Shruti, what about you? Acceptance? Aapka kya definition?
Yes, ma'am, can you hear me?
Hanji, I can hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So just adding to acceptance is as it is, and like you said, you may not agree, but whatever it is the reality, as the reality that's coming your way.
Okay.
And I add to that you make choices. Just to probably explain, person around me may have certain qualities. Let's say you're telling the person to come on time and it's very critical for a situation, and you have communicated time and again, and you've also communicated, let's say all of that is done with the importance and tried connecting it to the person's value. And if the A person is making choices, so I accept it. I accept this is how the person is, and he or she is making those choices, then I make the choice whether I want to continue to have that person on board or not. So I think that choice is also very important.
Okay.
Because many a times we feel trapped because we feel, acceptance is jo hai, jaisa hai, karna hai, but we feel frustrated, irritated. I think that choice empowers us.
Wonderful, wonderful, Shruti. Anyone else who would like to add? Let me see the hands. Subi, you've raised your hand. So Henna has raised her hand. Yeah, let's go one by one. Subi.
Yeah, acceptance means living in the present moment.
Okay, acceptance is living in the present moment. That's great. Yeah, that's a good answer. Henna?
Ma'am, I feel intention behind acceptance is the main key. You can accept saying that ये तो पागल है, ये तो ऐसे ही बोलता रहता है. That is also acceptance. But then having the feeling of compassion and understanding where the other person is coming from and not having any negative feeling against them when you're accepting it. That is, आप accept करो जो है वैसा है, but there's no negative feeling associated with that. I think that's acceptance rather than just saying, okay, I accept whatever it is.
Correct. So Henna said something, agar negative feelings bhi hai, Henna, you said that you have to accept it, is what you said.
No, I said कि acceptance के पीछे intention matter करती है. In the sense अगर आपकी negative feeling exist करती है towards that acceptance and still you are being okay with it, then it's not called acceptance. Acceptance means कि आप अपने आप में you're satisfied with accepting that. There's no frustration or there's no negative thought behind that acceptance. कि आप कुड़ नहीं रहे हो accept करके. You're balanced even with accepting that.
Okay, Henna. So in ACT, let us say that you are interested in sports. कोई भी व्यक्ति जो है वो sports में interested है and his goal is to become a cricketer, let's say. Cricket में interest है, उसको cricketer बनना है बच्चा जो है. So when he is coaching for cricket, he's at that moment in his mind thinking of the future कि मैं cricketer बनूंगा, and he puts his heart and soul in his work, in his sports. जब वो sports कर रहा है, when he's getting coached, सुबह 5 बजे उठना, ground पे जाना, coach के साथ काम करना, is he having any negative things also, feelings also? जैसे वो sweat कर रहा है, he's sweating, he has to wake up early in the morning, maybe he's hungry, right? There are so many, his bones are aching, his muscles are paining, right? So there are so many experiences that he is having, which are not actually positive experiences. Am I right? But he's accepting those experiences also. Correct? वो muscles दर्द करना, bones का दुखना, sweat करना, भूख लगना, भागना, दौड़ना, coach की जो डांट है वो भी लेना, he is accepting that, which is negative. वो positive नहीं है उसके लिए. पर फिर भी next day again he gets up at 5 o'clock and goes for coaching. Correct? So has he accepted the negative aspects and the positive aspects, or only the positive aspects?
Negative and positive both.
Right? So acceptance का अर्थ है हर चीज जो उस experience से जुड़ी हुई है उसे accept करना. तो जब हम कोई भी experience को divide करते हैं positive या negative, और हम positive चीजों को accept करते हैं पर ये accept नहीं करते, that is not acceptance. Acceptance का अर्थ है उस experience के साथ जो भी जुड़ा हुआ है, whatever is in that experience, I accept. Correct? If that young boy does not accept the negative aspects or the not very good aspects, will he continue to go every day for coaching? No, he won't. Right? He will drop it. And that's one of the reasons that children, when they start being introduced to any sport or anything for that matter, whether it was skating हो, cycling हो, कुछ भी हो, basketball हो, कई बच्चे persist करते हैं और कई बच्चे give up कर लेते हैं. Why they give up? Because in the negative aspects of that experience, they are not willing to imbibe. Correct? जो persist करता है वही eventually winner बनता है. Who is a winner? A winner is somebody who accepts both the aspects. उसको you don't discriminate because that experience has both the aspects. ना? एक cricketer के अंदर ये दोनों aspects है. Positive भी है, तब वो win कर सकता है, छक्का मार सकता है, he can have accolades, fame, name, money. But along with that, these aspects are also there. Just subah uthna, to eat the right food, right? Exercise karna. So many things are there. Now I want you to look at yourself. Let's look at each other. अपने आप को हम देखते हैं कि क्या हम कोई भी experience को, let's look at any one experience or a relationship or a situation, anything in your life at this moment जो आपको पसंद नहीं है, जो आप एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर पा रहे. Just let's take a minute. Let's look at anything, any aspect of your life जो आप एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर रहे हो, या कोई व्यक्ति जिसको आप एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर रहे हो. Let's just look at anyone. कोई भी एक चीज को experience को सोचिए. And I'm going to show you according to ACT, what they mean. Acceptance means awareness of what is happening in the present moment. Aneet and a few of you said about being in the present. Awareness of what is happening in the present moment. That means, जब मैं इस present moment में हूँ, am I aware of what is happening to me? How am I experiencing the present moment? I'm experiencing it by anger, by disappointment, by lack, or I'm experiencing by joy. Whatever I'm experiencing, am I aware of that experience? और उसके लिए हमें अपने इमोशन को आइडेंटिफाई करना पड़ेगा. करेक्ट? जब हम कोई भी एक्सपीरियंस को प्रेजेंट मोमेंट में एक्सपीरियंस करते हैं, हमें वो इमोशन को आइडेंटिफाई करना पड़ेगा. There's a very interesting app. All of you can just quickly go to your phones and download an app which you can eventually delete also. It is called Emotionary. 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 To understand the experience, you need to understand your emotions. So open the app. Quickly आप download कर लीजिए. छोटा सा app है. मिला सबको? Emotionary. टाइप करिए.
मैम जिसके ऊपर एक इमोजी बना हुआ है.
हाँ, करेक्ट. इमोजी बना है ऐसे थोड़ा डिसअपॉइंटेड टाइप इमोजी है.
हाँ जी, येलो कलर का.
करेक्ट.
मैम वो क्या इमोशनली गेम या इमोशनली स्ट्रॉन्ग ऐसा कुछ है मैम?
इमोशनरी
फीलिंग.
EMOTIONARY. इमोशनरी ऐप है छोटा सा.
NRY.
NARY. इमोशनरी.
ओके.
Emotionally by funny feeling.
बहुत इजी ऐप है, छोटा सा है. दिस
इमोशनरी.
ओके. नहीं आपको or I can just put it, I'll just share the app.
मैम मिल गया.
Emotionally by funny feelings.
हाँ
नहीं, it's only emotionary ना?
सिर्फ इमोशनरी है.
हाँ.
हाँ,
And it's got a yellow face, yellow emoji.
Emotionally by funny feelings, correct.
Oh.
अच्छा, मैं
इमोशनल अवेयरनेस नहीं है.
पापा मैंने शेयर किया. I've shared it. Hold on. देखो, ग्रुप पे शेयर हुआ है.
अच्छा.
This is the one, right?
हाँ, correct. Absolutely right.
Emotionally, what is it written? Can you please just share it?
बेटा मैंने शेयर किया on WhatsApp, on the group.
Okay, I'll just take a look.
So now when you look at the app, open it. Now, okay, cute app है. So let's first look at acceptance of what is happening in the present moment. कोई भी स्थिति में आपको क्या हो रहा है? You have to be aware of that first. So if you look at the app and you look at now think of your own situation. पहले anger, anticipation, fear, joy, sadness लिखा है यहाँ पे. अब कोई भी एक पे क्लिक करिए. अगर anger है suppose. Now उसपे कई words आ रहे हैं. Angry, annoyed, disgusted, dissatisfied. इसमें कुछ है आपके लिए? जो भी है आप क्लिक करिए किसी भी उसके ऊपर. Now you will see there are so many words that are there and the examples given जिससे कि आप exact feeling को identify कर सकते हैं. You can identify the exact feeling that you are having in the present moment. जब तक आप एक सही तरीके से फीलिंग को आइडेंटिफाई नहीं करते, यू कैन डू मच अबाउट इट. करेक्ट? जनरली हमारे जनरल फीलिंग, गुस्सा आ गया मुझे या दुखी हूं मैं, हम डाइसेक्ट नहीं करते उस फीलिंग्स को. So when I say, see why this is important, okay? So when I say you have made me angry, suppose, मुझे गुस्सा मत दिलाओ. Maybe you're not actually angry. Maybe you're just annoyed. Maybe you're just irritated. Maybe you're just disgusted. So the intensity of that emotion आप map कर सकते हैं. Like some people say, I'm a very short-tempered person. But क्या वो बंदा हमेशा short-tempered होता है? नहीं. Situational है short-temperedness. हो सकता है because people keep telling him that you're short-tempered. उसने अपने मन में एक image बना लिया है खुद की कि I'm a short-tempered person. And he has given value to that image and meaning to that image. And now the next time a situation happens, people will warn him, yaar tu jara shant rehna. He's not angry. But लोगों ने क्योंकि उसके लिए एक image बना दिया है, and they warn him also that don't show that emotion. That person, have you noticed sometimes people whom you assume are short-tempered, angry, whatever, they will, and you warn them कि बंदा तू जरा ना, can you relax रहे? He'll say, but I'm not angry just now. ऐसे वो लोग बोलेंगे आपको. अरे I'm fine. They will say like that. That means that person is not always going to become angry. But because we have created value को add कर लिया कि भाई तू ऐसा है, but तू short-tempered भी. Correct? So when you are able to understand what emotion you are having, you will realize on your own that you are not an angry person. You could be disgusted, you could be annoyed, you could be irritated, but you're not an angry person. वो emoji, जो anger की emoji है ना इसमें, देखा सबने anger की emoji? Red face. Okay.
Why it is not for Apple, or it is not for Android users actually.
Ma'am, it's not for Android users.
Oh, sorry.
Android
It's only for the Apple users.
All right, चलो ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. So let us look at angry. हम angry एक emotion लेते हैं. So angry है, antagonistic है, जहाँ पे आपका blood boil होता है, उसको angry नहीं बोलते, उसको बोलते हैं antagonistic. माने यार इसको तुम मुझे मतलब मैं सुनूंगा ही नहीं इसकी बात. Then there is और गुस्सा होना. Antagonistic से भी ज्यादा is enraged, मतलब rage होना. ठीक है? उसके बाद और गुस्सा होना क्या होगा? Fuming, जैसे धुआं निकल रहा हो किसी से. ठीक है? फिर wild होना, गुस्सा माने furious. फिर engaging with anger is hostility. सिर्फ गुस्सा वाला आदमी एंगेज नहीं करता, पर जब वो एंगेज करता है किसी के साथ तो वो हॉस्टाइल बन जाता है. करेक्ट? सो दिस वे, इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड एंगर, कैन यू नाउ, अगर कोई आपके घर में गुस्से वाला है, ओके, तो क्या वो वायलेंट है? क्या वो एनरेज्ड है? क्या वो हॉस्टाइल है? क्या वो इंफ्यूरिएटेड हो जाता है, वाइल्डली एंग्री? क्या वो अनॉइड है? क्या वो लिविड है, जैसे एकदम स्पार्क आ जाना उसको? क्या वो मैड है, क्रेजी? क्रेजी is somebody who gets angry for everything. Correct? Outraged, when somebody says something and that person does not agree, he gets outraged. Vexed means exasperated. Why can't you understand? That is called vexed. So आप देख सकते हैं कि गुस्से का एक मापदंड है, like a thermometer. Now, if I give you this, can you just imagine this person, whoever it is, where would he fall on that scale? Enraged, infuriated, annoyed, violent, disgusted, irritated? Now, maybe you will change the image of that person. Correct? Yes or no? आप इमेज चेंज करेंगे ना अपने मन में, उसका पिक्चर तो चेंज होगा ना. सो द ऐप के अंदर बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग ऐप है, उसमें वो पिक्चर दिखाएंगे. अच्छा, तो अभी आप लोग क्या करो, एक फेस ड्रॉ करो ऑफ दैट एंग्री पर्सन, और जैसे एक्सप्रेशन ड्रॉ करो जैसे आपने पहले सोचा था, और अब जब मैं बोल रही हूं, अब आपको क्या लगता है कि आप वो एक्सप्रेशन चेंज कर सकते हैं? पहले ड्रॉ करो, फेस ड्रॉ करो एंड पुट दैट एक्सप्रेशन. समझ रहे हो मैं क्या कर रही हूँ? ठीक है, फेस, उसका लिप्स, उसका आईब्राउज के वहां पे, उसकी आंखें, जैसे आप पहले सोचते थे. अब जब मैं कह रही हूं कि गुस्से के बहुत सारे स्टेजेस होते हैं, फिर आप एक इमोजी ड्रॉ करिए जहां पे आपको क्या लगता है, क्या वो बंदा एनरेज्ड है? आई एम गोइंग टू से द वर्ड्स अगेन, ओके. एक तो एंग्री, आपने सोचा एंग्री पर्सन, कोई फेस ड्रॉ करो. अब कई कई शब्द है इसमें. अपोलोजेटिक, सॉरी, एंटेगोनिस्टिक, enraged, fuming, धुआं निकलना, furious, hostile, वो engage करता है, incandescent, incandescent मतलब जैसे बल्ब कैसे होता है, लाइट अप लाइट आउट, सडन एंगर सडन कोलैप्स. incandescent, incensed मतलब बहुत ज्यादा फायर, infuriated एकदम शाउट करना, अनॉइड, लिविड टर्निंग ब्लू, मैड हर चीज में गुस्सा आना, आउटरेज्ड शॉक्ड, तो ऐसे कैसे कर सकती है, एंड देन गेटिंग एंग्री. सीदिंग, बिल्डिंग अप एंगर, पूरा दिन आपको लग रहा है बंदा ये तो गुस्से, आज तो शाम को नौबत आने वाली है, इज गोइंग टू रियली फायर अप. ओके, पूरा दिन जैसे वो है ना, सीदिंग विद एंगर, वैसा है. वेक्स्ड, फ्रस्ट्रेटेड. अब इन सब शब्दों में आपको क्या लगता है? कैन यू चेंज द इमोजी? क्या आपको लगता है इमोजी चेंज हो सकती है आफ्टर आई सेड ऑल दीज वर्ड्स? यस और नो?
यस मैम.
या. सो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ, आपके माइंड के अंदर जो हमने पहले कहा था RFT के लिए, इमेज, वर्ड, फीलिंग.
यस.
अब जब मैं आपको बता रही हूँ, तो नाउ यू आर चेंजिंग द इमेज, वर्ड, फीलिंग. एम आई राइट?
जी. यस मैम.
तो जो हमने स्टोर किया है, हो सकता है that experience itself could be faulty. वो एक्सपीरियंस अपने आप में फॉल्टी होगा. Maybe that particular relationship is not working because you have stored it in a certain way, and so acceptance is not coming easily. समझ में आया सबको? एक्सेप्टेंस के लिए ये पहला स्टेप है. इमेज, थॉट, फीलिंग, वैल्यू, मीनिंग, ये 5 वर्ड्स आपको याद रखने हैं. एंड वर्क विथ द इमोशन. जब भी आपको ये लगे कि ये रिश्ता, यू हैव अ सर्टेन फीलिंग अबाउट दिस पर्सन, ड्रॉ द इमोजी ऑफ दैट पर्सन. देन गो ऑन गूगल and check different words that mean the same. अगर ऐप नहीं है आपके पास तो different words that mean the same. फिर वो एक लिस्ट बनाइए. You can do this for some time, for at least 5-6 times. अगर आप करेंगे ना तो आपको खुद पता चलेगा कि एक्सेप्टेंस इतना लो क्यों है आपके अंदर, या फिर आप एक्सेप्ट क्यों नहीं कर पा रहे. हो सकता है the kind of image that you have stored itself is faulty. And it is leading to not acceptance.
Ma'am, you're talking about image vis-a-vis, मतलब हमें for about the person and also for self, or is it just like for the person?
See, acceptance का मतलब हम दूसरों के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं ना अभी तो फिलहाल, है ना? Accepting a situation, accepting a person, accepting a relationship, इसके बारे में हम अभी बात कर रहे हैं ना. Acceptance तो वही होती है ना, not self acceptance.
Because इस situation में, so my question was, ma'am, that जैसे there's a particular situation, आपकी relationship है, and I've taken that in my mind, and क्वाइट नेचुरली एक्सेप्टेंस ऐसे भी तो हो सकती है कि आई एम अनेबल टू how do I
मैं
put
वही
it?
कह रही हूँ ना, you are unable to accept the relationship as it is because that person is possibly not responding the way you would like it.
और मे बी यू नो आई एम ओनली इन द रॉन्ग, मैं ही गलत हूँ और मैं ही एक्सेप्ट नहीं
wrong
कर
और
रही।
right की बात नहीं है, don't get
एक्सेप्टेंस
into
की
wrong
बात
right.
है। ओके ओके ओके,
Don't get
यस
into the
मैम,
wrong right
नो
aspect.
नो, ओके ओके।
So everybody is understanding how you relate emotions, right? Pre and post. Once you understand this, it becomes easier for you to change the statement or phrase or word that you have stored for this particular person.
Okay, so image we've done, word we've done,
correct? And feeling.
And feeling.
वो अपने आप आ जाती। Feeling is something that persists. Emotion is short-lived, feeling is long-lived. फर्क क्या है इमोशन और फीलिंग में? Emotion short-lived है, but feeling long-lived है. Moment you see that person, the feeling will arrive again.
Yes.
Got it? So that way, okay?
जी.
फिर आप उसको कितना वैल्यू देते हैं? So that person is valuable to you. So आप उस गुस्से को भी वैल्यू दे रहे हैं. How? Suppose your husband is an angry person. Let's say angry, okay? So but that husband is also valuable to you. तो उसका गुस्सा भी valuable हो गया तुम्हारे लिए. So what are you going to do? The next time, suppose you are late, or you know कि my God, no, this party was not good and my husband is really upset. तो गाड़ी में while you are traveling back by car, आप कोई ऐसी बात नहीं करेंगे which is going to anger him.
Yes.
Correct? तो क्योंकि आपने value दिया है and meaning दिया है उस particular kind of relationship को. So these are the 5 words that acceptance या act use करता है. Got it? Okay, now let's look at what else is acceptance, what according to ACT. It involves allowing the experiences to exist and unfold just as they are. Right or wrong नहीं है इसमें. जो experience हो रहा है मुझे at this moment, let it exist and let it unfold. तभी तो हम कहते हैं ना कई बार कि इसको गुस्सा आया है, गुस्से को बाहर आने दो. Don't drink the anger. Don't swallow the anger. अगर खुशी है तो उसका इजहार करो. अगर गम है तो रो लो. बोलते हैं ना हम ऐसे. क्यों बोलते हैं? Because when that feeling is there inside you and you express it completely and you let it unfold, it becomes easier for you to live in life, not only in your mind. वरना मन में खुश होते हैं पर बाहर खुशी एक्सप्रेस नहीं करते. ऐसा होता है कि नहीं? मन में दुखी होते हैं पर बाहर हम दुख एक्सप्रेस नहीं करते. कुछ लोगों को शायद बुरा लगे या जो भी है. People may laugh at you because you're crying or something like that. है ना? So ACT says whatever experience you're having, let it unfold, let it come out. Okay? Then third, acceptance क्या है? Acceptance means not liking or wanting one's own current condition. Sorry, मैंने one's repeat किया है. Acceptance means not liking or wanting a particular condition. जैसे कि तुम्हें ऐसा ही करना चाहिए, तुम्हें ऐसा ही behave करना चाहिए, तुम ऐसा क्यों करते हो? ये सब चीजें हम बोलते हैं ना लोगों को. इसका मतलब है मुझे ये पसंद नहीं है, और अगर ये पसंद नहीं तो मैं एक्सेप्ट नहीं करती इस चीज को. I'm not going to accept it. So whatever the current situation condition is, it's not about liking it or wanting it in a particular way. Can I accept you just the way you are? That means negative, positive, दोनों experiences को जब मैं accept करती हूँ, then it is acceptance is what the therapy says. Acceptance is an alternative to our instinct to avoid thinking about negative or potentially negative experiences. अब ये बहुत important है therapeutically. जैसे अनीत है, बहुत सारे हमारे यहाँ पे साइकोलॉजिस्ट है, जहाँ पे एक पेशेंट आता है आपके पास में और वो नेगेटिव बातें कर रहा है, नेगेटिव एक्सपीरियंस को बार बार बोल रहा है, या फिर एक्सपीरियंस को पोटेंशियली नेगेटिव समझ रहा है, कैसा ही होगा, नेगेटिव सोच रहा है, राइट? नाउ एक्सेप्टेंस का मतलब है टू अवॉइड दीज नेगेटिव थिंकिंग, कैटास्ट्रोफाइजिंग जिसको हम बोलते हैं इन न्यूरो लिंग्विस्टिक प्रोग्रामिंग है, इसको हम कैटास्ट्रोफाइजिंग बोलते हैं। मतलब कोई भी चीज जो हुई नहीं है उसको कैटास्ट्रोफाइज करना, मतलब वर्स्ट सोचना उसके बारे में। इसका मतलब है एक्सेप्टेंस नहीं है आप में, करेक्ट? क्योंकि हम ऑलरेडी नेगेटिव सोच रहे हैं उस चीज के बारे में, तो एक्सेप्टेंस कैसे हुआ? इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल। सो कैटास्ट्रोफाइजिंग या पोटेंशियली नेगेटिव थिंकिंग शुड रिड्यूस। ये कैसे होगा? एक्सेप्टेंस इज नॉट अ गोल, ये कोई गोल नहीं है कि एक्सेप्ट कर लो गोल हो गया, नहीं। इट इज अ मेथड ऑफ एनकरेजिंग एक्शन दैट विल लीड टू पॉजिटिव रिजल्ट। मतलब मुझे एक एक्शन करना है जो मुझे पॉजिटिव रिजल्ट देगा। अगर मुझे पता है कि मेरे हस्बैंड को ये पार्टी पसंद नहीं आई है, और मे बी ही वाज सेड समथिंग और ही ड्रैंक अ लॉट और समथिंग, अगर मैं गाड़ी में ट्रैवल कर रही हूँ उस व्यक्ति के साथ में, तो विल आई टॉक अबाउट अल्कोहल एट दैट मोमेंट? आपने क्यों इतना पिया? क्या मुझे बात करनी चाहिए इस बारे में? नहीं। इट्स द वर्स्ट थिंग दैट यू कैन डू, करेक्ट? सो allow that. It's okay, he's driving the car or somebody's driving the car for him, and just let it be, let it go, drop it. आपके अंदर you're seething, with frustration, but the best thing is to drop it at that time. Let your image, word, feeling come up and value that you have for this person. Because अगर आपने कह दिया कि आपको इतना नहीं पीना चाहिए था, and you act like a mother to him or a teacher to him, you are in trouble, because he's going to seethe out, and the anger will become enraged because he's not in his senses.
Ma'am, it's very difficult.
But I mean, bola nahi ki it is easy. It is difficult only. Okay, but if you don't do it, सोचा आपने नहीं किया ये, तो acceptance है नहीं, फिर आप उसको accept नहीं कर रहे हो. Okay, so the negative and the example I gave you of sports, कि आपको हर चीज एक्सेप्ट करनी पड़ेगी, तब जाके you become a winner, you become committed. I respect all sportsmen because I know I cannot do that. मैं एक बॉल के पीछे पूरा दिन भाग नहीं सकती, पर वो भाग सकते हैं. कितना कमिटमेंट है ये सोचो. The kind of commitment that cricketers have or basketball players have, जब वो टीम में काम करते हैं, it's the highest form of commitment. Correct? Because उनके पास और कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है ना. ऑप्शन है, they can leave cricket and go somewhere else, but when they are a cricketer they have no other option, right? And they are with it. पसीना बह रहा है पर वो भाग रहे. That's the kind of acceptance and commitment act talks about. Yes, go on.
If some people are backstabbing us, putting our trying to put us down, trying to grab our business, what should we do, ma?
Just accept that person, that he's like that. Whether you want to engage with that person is another matter.
That person spoiled my reputation name. If person he or she, what is the solution?
So the solution is not with that person. The solution is with you, right? So you have formed an image of this person. He's a bad person. He has betrayed me. He's cheated me. Okay. But is he a cheater in his life? Maybe he's not. Maybe he's a very caring, loving husband. He's a wonderful father. Right? So let me accept this person as somebody who I don't want to engage with henceforth. And let him be there. Wherever he is in that place, let him be there. You don't have to engage with that person and think about that person, Sri Lakshmi. What you are doing is, you are spending 40%, they say, by the way, that 40% of our day is spent in negative thinking. 40% time, हमारा दिन में, हम negative thought में डालते हैं, या potentially negative experiences को सोचते हैं, Sri Lakshmi. So it is possible that during the day, when you are doing something positive, let's say, this negative experience जो आपका था किसी के साथ में comes up in your mind. Okay, and that begins to interfere with your positive work.
Take it.
So what is the point of thinking of these potentially negative experiences? They don't serve any purpose to you. right? So we'll do a small exercise how to work with this negative thought.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, we'll do a small exercise. So experiences, embracing all experiences, good or bad. जब हम ये accept करते हैं, then it becomes very, very easy
So,
to live with the person.
we have these preconceived notions about some people.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So that becomes very difficult to break it also, to come out. I mean, we know, I mean, at least I know that I have this notion about this person. So when you go in to interact with that person, you go on the wrong foot. I mean, you know, it happens automatically, like by default. It's so difficult to correct that situation.
That's what I'm saying. That what I'm saying is, take some time today, after this session is over, write out the name of one or two people. You can do it now. You can all do it now. One or two people. एक व्यक्ति का नाम लिखिए. उसके साथ associated जो emotion है वो लिखिए. वो emotion कहाँ से आया है? History. Is it history with this person, right? तो एक या दो incidences लिखिए उसके बारे में.
Okay.
We'll do an exercise just now. Which you can use there. Okay. Chalo, let's do that exercise. So write this: name of the person, emotion, history, some history. So an experience that you've had with that person, because of which you have this notion, and you're carrying this notion, right? So likhiye. And if you want, you can create a picture in your mind of that person with whom you are having not acceptance, yeah, non-acceptance.
मैम आई एम सॉरी, मेरा एंड में वो हो गया था.
क्या हो गया था?
हेलो.
हाँ बोलो.
हाँ मैम, मेरा एंड में वो नेट चला गया था. So I have to write the name, the emotion and the name of the person, and then write in a summary what happened.
Just an experience from where this idea has come, that he is this way, is that way, is a bit, you know, a bad person, जो भी है.
Okay.
Now देखो word लिखना, correct word लिखना जरूरी है. The right emotion, the right feeling, the right experience, that's very important. Because of which you are carrying him on your shoulders or in your heart, right? उस व्यक्ति को आप कहीं तो carry कर रहे हैं.
जी हाँ.
हाँ, आपके कंधों पे, आपके दिल में, आपके हाथों में, right? आपकी आंखों में.
जी.
कहीं पे आप कैरी कर रहे हो उस व्यक्ति को. तो क्यों कैरी करना है? अगर आपको कैरी करना है तो उसको एक्सेप्ट करिए fully, totally, right? So let us do a small exercise. Everybody wrote it? लिखा सबने? Right? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, great. So let us do a small exercise. So everybody sit in a comfortable position. Close your eyes. Sit in a comfortable position. Allow your shoulders to drop and relax. And plant your feet firmly on the ground. Or if you're sitting cross-legged, then feel the sense of contact between your feet and the seat and the floor beneath you. Now with your eyes closed, for the next few breaths, bring your full focus of attention to your breathing. Notice the feeling of the air flowing in through the nostrils, down into the lungs, and down into the belly as you inhale. And on the exhale, feel the release of any tension as you let the air out slowly. Now imagine that you're sitting by the side of a gently flowing stream. This might be a stream that you know, or it might be something you create in your mind using your imagination. Imagine a light breeze blowing as you sit there. Sunlight glistening or shining on the water, and soft green grass beneath you. Imagine the stream however you like. Now imagine that there are leaves Imagine that there are leaves floating on the surface of the stream. And these leaves are gently flowing past you down the stream. Now for the next few minutes, take that experience, the thought of the person or the situation, the emotion, and place it on a leaf. Now the thoughts may show up in your mind in the form of words or pictures or something else. However, just simply place it on a leaf and let it float by. Whatever thoughts or experiences are coming up, negative, challenging, simply place each of them on a leaf and let it float down the stream. If you notice your thoughts stop momentarily, just continue to watch the stream. Sooner or later, your thoughts will start up again. Allow the stream to flow at its own rate. There is no need to try and speed it up. The aim here is not to wash the leaves away. The main aim is to allow them to come and go in their own time, to just sit and watch. If your mind says something like, I can't do this, or this is stupid, place these thoughts on the leaves and let them float by. If a leaf gets stuck, let it hang around. There is no need to force it to float away. Simply sit and watch. Sooner or later, another leaf will come along. Give it a little nudge that it needs. As you become more mindful, there could be feelings like boredom, impatience, anxiety that could come up. Acknowledge it. Say to yourself, here is a feeling of boredom. Here is a feeling of impatience. Here is a feeling of anxiety. Place whatever words that are coming to you on the leaf. From time to time, your thoughts will hook you. You will lose track of the exercise. It's normal. Our attention could be wandering. It's okay. Just come back to your stream when it happens. Keep placing each thought that pops into your mind on a leaf and watch it slip by. Continue to place each thought that pops into your mind on a leaf and watch it float away. Now the exercise is going to come to an end. Begin to let go of your imagined stream. Bring your attention back to where you are. Notice what you can hear, what you can feel. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and notice what you can see. You might like to take another minute to sit quietly before carrying on your day or evening. Just hold on to what you felt so that we can discuss. Okay. So we can debrief. Act में हम debriefing करते हैं. So what did you notice? Did you notice the stream? Did you notice the leaf? What happened?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what happened?
Yes, ma'am.
As the exercise progressed?
Ma'am, when I placed my emotions, my feelings rather, when I placed my feelings, and it was so alive when you said, imagine the stream. And I went back nearly 28 years back when I had gone to Manali and I sat by the stream. I just can't believe it. And I just went straight there. It was so alive. And Amit was there with me. And he was smiling. And it's as if, you know, he was there with me to do this. That's the most beautiful part that I found. And that I felt as if I am there, but yet I'm watching myself do it. I mean, I could see my hand extending. It was so real, as if it was my hand only. I don't know if I make sense. But and it had happened because I had sat in the middle of the stream on a big boulder. This actually had happened, and I was exactly there on that boulder. And I kept passing my feelings onto the leaves, and the sun was so bright, but yet it was so warm and so gentle. Everything was so alive. I placed my feelings there, and though the stream was gushing fast, but I don't know how, the leaves were floating. मतलब तेजी थी पानी के, but वो पत्तियां बहुत वो float ही कर रही थी. And then I don't know why and then I saw myself just smiling. Amit is looking at me and he's smiling. I'm smiling at him, and I'm just saying bye to those leaves.
That's nice.
I and it was there.
Why to those emotions?
Actually, yes, the emotions that I had placed on the leaves. I was literally saying bye in my head. Those words were sounding in my head. Bye. And my God, nearly 30 years back. The moment you said go somewhere where it's, maybe you know it. And there I was. Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for sharing. Okay, somebody else. How did you visualize your thoughts, the words, the images? Anybody can share how you visualize the thought on the leaf? Anyone? How did you place it? Was it like a picture, like an emoji? Or was it just a thought that you placed there? How did you place it?
I just wrote on leaves.
Ah, good.
Ma'am, I saw words flowing. The feelings.
Right.
They were words which flowed onto each leaf and they floated away.
Correct. That's
how, ma'am, or then you imagine an emoji, but words come more naturally. Words come more naturally.
To you, right. Very good. Yeah. Anyone else?
I placed the person on the leaf.
Ah, you placed the person on the leaf. Yeah. So was there
me to place the person as well as word.
So what was more easier? Let's ask Kashmira and who's that? Seema. So Kashmira, at the end of the exercise, was it more easier with words, and Seema, was it more easier with the image, with the person?
For me, the person made more sense because that person flowed out, with all the emotions and with everything else.
Very
with all the baggage, actually.
Yeah, Vikas is saying things.
Ma'am, it felt like it was something was just emptied. It just cleared.
So writing. So Vikas is saying writing the words and then getting lighter emotionally. And then Varsha is saying at the end of which a few leaves were stuck to the side of the stream. Words written on them were acceptance, patience, tolerance, forbearance. I picked them up and ate. Khali aapne. Ate the knee and walked.
Sorry,
That's cute.
Not ate, at the end. At the end.
Maybe you needed it. Okay.
It was
very
not
nice.
ate, but at the end, and walked away.
That's very interesting.
It was so beautiful. It just felt so nice, feeling that, that feeling.
So did your mind get hooked or was it flowing? Anybody?
No, it was flowing. The leaves were flowing and the words were written there, whatever I felt. And I just let them go. And then these few leaves were stuck on the side that said, acceptance, patience, forbearance, tolerance. I just picked them up and then walked away. I felt so good.
Correct. Nice.
Thank you.
What happens when these negative, painful thoughts show up? Just put them on the leaves. Just let them flow away. They're of no use to you, right? And you're accepting it. Agar negative words show up karte, positive words show up karte, just put them all down, So it's not about avoiding, it's about watching and witnessing. So ACT uses the mindfulness concept, obviously, right? So that's, see, many of these various new age kind of therapies are using a lot of already used concepts. It's not something very different, okay? It's very similar to mindfulness therapy also. But they use different words and put in different exercises for it. But I think you all have got the hang of it. Yes, Ranika.
Something peculiar happened here. So I saw the writing on the leaves. It was like a blue pen and all the emotions were flowing. But midway, as I started seeing the emotions flowing, there were just two, three emotions that I had written. But I started connecting with those people who had come to me for the same emotions, and the healing for them began. This was and then I just completely forgot about what I was doing. And so if it was unsupportive, so I connected with somebody who felt that emotion with her family, and then backstabbing was another person. So almost felt like, those emotions kept coming and I kept connecting them with those people, and they just kept drifting and healing. And as always, I mean, your voice is just so soothing, and it just felt like a trance, and I completely have forgotten whom I healed, but it was beautiful. I mean, apart from my own, it seemed like a couple of others also just flew by.
I think that's a beautiful thing, Ranika, you've said, that as a therapist, while you are working with your own emotional journey, sometimes you associate other people who come to you for help as if it's their journey too, and then as you're working with your own emotional journey, their emotional journey gets associated and linked, and as if you are healing them at the same time. So that's really beautiful, Ranika. Very insightful statement you've made. So yeah, as a therapist, we have to develop so much of compassion to others who come to us, that it can happen in a very spontaneous manner, Ranika, that it happened to you, So this is a very simple mindful exercise that ACT uses, leaves on the stream. And, you all can use it regularly. I think if you use it regularly, just letting things float by, so you'll be able to accept people completely. Instead of avoiding. So you've learned 2 to 3 things today, right? Can anybody just recap what you've learned today? I mean, what we focused on today? Then we'll go to one more concept of ACT. क्या करना चाहिए हमें अब accept करने के लिए लोगों को बताइए. Anybody? Whatever I've told you today. And
the way they are,
Rachna, yeah.
Open to be open to the changes that we also need to bring in within ourselves.
Okay.
And also bring in, think of the positives and negatives coming along with the experience.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That's what I remember.
Okay. And all experiences are made up of both aspects.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't dissect it. I can't say ye nahi sirf ye. Then it's not acceptance.
And also walk harmoniously later after,
Correct.
It and merging together.
Merging together. Good. Yes, Vikas is saying something. I need to just read these out. Expectations, identify the emotion. Yes, that's right. So when you identify the emotion, I think it's a very important aspect in ACT. And you look at the gradations of the emotion, you may realize that, let's think of any one person that you're thinking of at this moment. Are there aspects of this person that are good, that are positive, which you want to increase? Yes or no? There are, right? And there are aspects of this person which are negative. Let's use the word negative, which you want to decrease. And what have we been doing? जहाँ पे हमारी struggle कहाँ है?
Opposite.
हमारी struggle इसमें है कि यार ये positive चीज ऊपर क्यों नहीं जा रही? हमारी struggle इसमें है कि why this person is not reducing those negative aspects in him, because he has so many positive aspects which can increase. And we are feeling bad about it. Correct? And the more we feel bad about it, the more we are not able to accept that person. और हमें लगता है कि हम कितने compassionate है ना, इनके बारे में इतना अच्छा सोच रहे हैं, भाई बंदा क्यों नहीं समझ में आ रहा है उसको that he should decrease the negative aspects. And that's the struggle that human beings go through. But let us say we accept that भाई तो ऐसा ही, मतलब if I know that this statement of mine is going to trigger this person, और हम क्या करते हैं? Sometimes consciously and sometimes unconsciously we say that statement. Have you noticed it? It's not possible that we are unaware. We are aware. But now that is the important thing. What is the reason why human beings, in spite of knowing कि ये trigger होगा, हम control नहीं कर पाते अपने आप को and हम बोल देते हैं. ये आपने definitely देखा होगा अपने में.
जी.
Right? So
because of ego, ma'am.
There may be multiple reasons for this, but I want you to be aware of this. that yes, I have to be aware of the fact that why am I doing this? I know very well कि ये statement से ये, and I also know the response. Does this happen?
मैम लेट गो भी तो होता है ना, वो लेट गो भी तो होता है.
मैं पहले तो एक स्टेप ये है कि I have to be aware कि मैं ये स्टेटमेंट बोलती हूँ knowing full well कि रिस्पॉन्स ये होने वाला है और ऐसा ही होता है. ये हमने देखा है अपनी लाइफ में, ठीक है. क्वेश्चन ये है, और जब ये होता है तो हम क्या बोलते हैं, तुम तो ऐसे ही हो. बट हम ये नहीं बोल पाते कि मैं तो ऐसी हूं. हम ये नहीं कह पाते कि भाई मैंने ये ट्रिगर ही क्यों किया, मैंने ये स्टार्ट ही क्यों किया. And then there are many of us who will go back and say, why the hell did I say that?
Yeah.
Right? So the question here is acceptance. Initially जब हम बात कर रहे थे तो किसने कहा कि हमें अपने आप को accept करना है, right? So now we come to the fact that what is the reason that we are doing this? हम ये क्यों कर रहे हैं? हम क्यों अपनी अच्छी भली जिंदगी को परेशानी में डाल रहे हैं? That is the question that we have to ask ourselves. So ACT says one very important statement they make is flexibility. We are not flexible people. They talk of what we call emotional flexibility or other psychological flexibility. That's the term that they use. Okay. So why are we not flexible? हम क्यों एक ही तरीके से रिस्पॉन्ड करने में बिलीव करते हैं? Again, we go back to word, image, feeling. Is it possible that we have got so obsessed or addicted to our responses or to the way we expect things in that situation or in that relationship? Possibly we are not flexible. हम अपने आप को बदल नहीं रहे हैं और इसीलिए शायद वो रिश्ता भी बदल नहीं रहा. अगर हम अपने आप को बदले, knowing full well that this is the person that I have bargained for, right? Then I mean, भाई जैसे अगर हम कोई चीज खरीदते हैं, right? And there is a no return policy. So what are we going to do? We'll have to keep it. हमें उसे अपने पास रखना पड़ेगा, उसे यूज करना पड़ेगा और मेरे से नुकसान हो गया मेरा, कोई बात नहीं. अब रिश्ते को ले लो, नो रिटर्न पॉलिसी है इसमें. तो इस नो रिटर्न पॉलिसी में जैसे कि भाई बहन माता पिता, ये दे कम इन अ नो रिटर्न पॉलिसी. हम रिटर्न नहीं कर सकते. हस्बैंड को चलो फिर भी, वाइफ को फिर भी हम रिटर्न कर सकते हैं विद अ लॉट ऑफ स्ट्रगल. ओके, बच्चों को हम रिटर्न नहीं कर सकते. सो मेनी थिंग्स इन लाइफ यू कैन रिटर्न. इसका मतलब है अगर मैं साइकोलॉजिकली फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी के ऊपर काम करूं, टू बिकम फ्लेक्सिबल, मे बी एक्सेप्टेंस विल बिकम वेरी इजी फॉर मी. सो आई नीड टू फर्स्ट अंडरस्टैंड कि भाई मैं ये सिचुएशन को खराब करने में मेरी क्या कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन है. नाउ स्पेंड सम 1 minute to understand. कोई भी सिचुएशन लीजिए, अभी भी जो हमने सिचुएशन ली है, and just think उस सिचुएशन को खराब करने में आपका कितना हाथ है. Just take a minute to think about this while I drink some water. Okay, शकुंतला ने ऑनेस्टली बोला है 40 to 50% उनका खुद का हाथ है सिचुएशन को खराब करने में. हमारा कुछ तो हाथ होना चाहिए. ऐसा हो नहीं सकता कि विदाउट आवर कंट्रीब्यूशन ए सिचुएशन गेट्स बैड. करेक्ट? That means if I am flexible, if I work on my own flexibility in thought, image and action, maybe the situation can get better. Give you an example. अयोध्या गई थी मैं, हमारे घर में पेंटिंग का काम चल रहा है. So my husband was obviously, looking after the painter and the work, and I was away for 3 days. तो जब मैं वापस आई, तो I know very well that my husband likes to be appreciated. मुझे पता है, राइट? मुझे ये भी पता है कि अगर मैं उनकी थोड़ी बढ़ाई करूंगी क्या, looked after, wow, this was done, that was done, तो he will sleep well and I will also sleep well in the night. करेक्ट? मुझे पता है उनके बारे में, बुरा अच्छा, गुड एंड बैड की बात ही नहीं है यहाँ पर. ओके, पर्सन हैज अ सर्टेन नीड, पर्सनैलिटी, और मुझे उसको वैल्यू देना है. ये मेरा काम है, राइट? मेरा काम ये नहीं है कि मैं नुक्स निकालूं. मैं नुक्स निकालूंगी तो सही नहीं है, करेक्ट? So obviously I came home pretty late. I think it was 12:31, but I still said, wow, he's finished this work now. God, fantastic. He was happy. He slept well, I slept well. और जो खराबी थी वो मैंने देखी पर मैंने बोली नहीं. Okay? Because I value the relationship. अगर मैं उस रिलेशनशिप को वैल्यू करती हूँ तो फिर मुझे नुक्स निकालने की जरूरत नहीं है. जो अच्छा है वो देखो ना. The acceptance.
फिर वो जो खराब चीज है वो फिर आप कब बोलोगे?
बोलने की जरूरत नहीं ना. नेक्स्ट डे जब वो पेंटर आएगा तो मैं पेंटर को कह सकती हूँ ना कि भैया ठीक ठाक कर लो. सही है कि नहीं? भाई वो तो पेंट नहीं करने वाला, पेंटर करने वाला है ना. तो ये जो नुक्स है वो पेंटर को बताने ना, हस्बैंड को बता कि क्या क्या होने वाला है. कुछ नहीं, काम मेरा नहीं करे वो होगा ना, काम तो पेंटर करने वाला है. करेक्ट? दैट इज अवेयरनेस. दैट इज अवेयरनेस.
और मैम अगर पेंटर को भी नहीं बोला, थोड़ा खराब भी रह गया,
पेंटर को तो बोल सकते हैं ना, वो तो उसका काम है ना.
मैंने तो ये भी देख लिया कि काम थोड़ा सा खराब भी हुआ है. अब आज बुरा लग रहा है, 10 दिन बाद जब सब नॉर्मल दिखेगा तो आपको वो खराबी भी नहीं दिखेगी.
वो भी है, पर आप पेंटर को भी आपको ये नहीं कहना कि ये आपने कैसा किया है. आप ये कह सकते भैया इसको थोड़ा सा ठीक कर लो. So that is what act speaks about, words, thought, and feelings. But the idea
it's about the language that we use, right? Always
exactly. Because it's the statements that I make that give me the response. So act का पूरा focus है psychological flexibility के ऊपर. आप कितने flexible हैं? And are you willing to work on your flexibility? दुनिया जैसी है वैसी ही होने वाली है. आपके बोलने से कुछ बदलने वाला नहीं है. आप खुद सोचो, each one of us here, हमारे बोलने से कुछ कभी बदला है? Does anything change by you telling something to anybody for that matter? Nothing changes, because people are also guided by their own feelings and desires, isn't it? Correct? आपके कहने से कुछ नहीं. Like when I tell my mother today at my mom's place, so when I told her, Mama, बैठ जाओ आराम से, she can't sit. She's jumping around here, there, everywhere. तो अभी ये नहीं मैंने बोला, मुझे पता है कि वो नहीं बैठने वाली है. Actually मुझे बोलना ही नहीं चाहिए था. पर अगर मैं if I don't say, she will के तो कुछ interesting रहती मेरे में. तो मैंने कहा कि मम्मा बैठ जाओ. अब मुझे 5 बार नहीं बोलना है, ये मुझे एक ही बार बोलना है. 5 बार बोलूंगी तो it becomes nagging. She'll get angry. Please, she'll say like that. I said, Mama, बैठ जाओ ना. That was good enough for her. बस एक ही बार बोलना है मुझे. Then she feels, oh, she's concerned. That's all. ठीक है? तो ये awareness ऐसे आनी चाहिए. Mindfulness का मतलब ही है that you speak as much as the requirement is to the opposite person. If I told my husband 5, 6, 7 lines, he would have said, you are faking it. Correct? मुझे एक ही बात कहना है. बंदा very nice. और 1 बजे रात को I can't give a long sermon. He's also tired. Right? तो हर चीज का जब हम, what should I say, एक क्या कहते हैं हिंदी में उसको, ब्योरा,
नाप तोल के,
हाँ नहीं, नाप तोल के नहीं, but you take an overview of the situation. आपको नाप तोल के बोलेंगे, but overview लो ना उस situation का, उसके हिसाब से आप बोलो. Then you will not have a problem because your mind is not saying something and thinking something. Conflict कहाँ आता है? Internal conflict कब आता है? आप सोचते कुछ है, बोलते कुछ और है. करेक्ट, तब कॉन्फ्लिक्ट होता है ना. बट आप सोच समझ के बोलते हैं, then there is no conflict. Difference ये है. Everybody's understanding what I'm saying?
Yeah, perfectly.
This is where ACT speaks about flexibility. आप flexible जब तक नहीं होंगे, तब तक चीजें ठीक से होगी नहीं. I'll just show you one more slide about flexibility. ACT is a very interesting therapy, and it's a very practical therapy. As आप देख सकते हैं कि बहुत practical therapy है ये. Let me show you the slide of flexibility. काफी slides डाली थी, but we don't have that much time. Let me show you. Okay. So, okay, I put signs of inflexibility. मतलब inflexibility कैसे होती है हमारे अंदर? One is repeated thoughts of the same person, situation which are not controllable by you. अगर आप बार बार उस व्यक्ति के बारे में सेम रिपीटेड थॉट्स आ रहे हैं, इसका मतलब है आपके अंदर इनफ्लेक्सिबिलिटी. ये ऐसा ही है किसी भी स्थिति में. when you are surprised, he was relaxed today, because in your mind it is, बंदा ये तो कभी रिलैक्स होता ही नहीं है, right? You're surprised because that repeated thought that you had that this person is not a relaxed person. Suddenly you say, बंदा relaxed है आज तो, कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. That means आपके भीतर there is inflexibility because you have repeated thoughts of the same person and you're not able to control it. Thoughts are not facts. ये बहुत interesting चीज है जो ACT कहता है. Thoughts शायद fact नहीं है, पर हमने उसे fact बना दिया. ऐसा ही है, true. गेम है ना, true or false, dare, whatever, true or false या dare and truth या जो भी है, ठीक है. आप सोचो आपका जो थॉट है एक व्यक्ति के बारे में, वो क्या फैक्ट है? या आपने उसे फैक्ट बना दिया है, या आपने उसे you have announced that this is this one? No. So thoughts may not be facts because thoughts are constantly changing and facts do not change. ये difference है. हमें लगता है thought fact है. No, it's not factual data because thoughts keep changing, but somebody wants to enter, but facts do not change. Got the idea about thought and facts? Okay. Then even events which are good events, positive events, can be filled with a lot of concern and worry. Do you agree? अच्छी चीजें जब मेरी जिंदगी में होती है, can it be accompanied by worry? Yes or no? बच्चे को अच्छे मार्क्स मिले.
Yes.
Very next
अगले बार
moment
पता
will be
नहीं कैसे
worried.
होगा.
You buy a beautiful dress.
है.
Buy a beautiful dress. Like I remember, लखनऊ जब गई थी मैं अभी, so I bought this kurta suit. Okay, then I bought it. I packed it. जब मैं फ्लाइट में बैठी तो मैंने सोचा कि यार I should have at least gone to the trial room and tried it. Suppose fit नहीं हुआ तो worry. Correct? जरूरी नहीं कि पॉजिटिव इवेंट वरीसम नहीं हो सकता है. करेक्ट? हमें लगता है कि नहीं, इतना खुशी का माहौल है, why will I be worried? But हो सकता है you may be worried also. Then another statement that ACT says is struggling with inexpressed feelings. एक inflexible person जो है वो inexpressed feeling के साथ struggle करता है. मुझे बोल देना चाहिए था, मुझे कह देना चाहिए था, मैं क्यों नहीं बोल पाई? You are struggling. Why? Because you're not flexible. बोलने में, अरे मैं बोल देती तो शायद ये हो जाता, इसलिए मैंने बोला नहीं. You're worried, you're fearful, you're inflexible. A flexible person will not worry so much about all these things, okay? Entanglement with thoughts, it's called fusion. In ACT, we call it fusion. Like, एक थॉट, दूसरा थॉट, तीसरा थॉट, और शाम को परेशान हो गए, सर में दर्द हो गए आपके, बिकॉज कई विचार साथ में मिल गए, कोई बुरे कोई अच्छे, किसी ने कुछ बोला, किसी ने कुछ बोला, you are confused, fusion of thought. ऐसा कभी आपने experience किया? Multiple thoughts of a situation or person.
Yes.
And you are having a headache in the evening. रात को नींद हराम हो जाती है लोगों की. क्यों? Because acceptance नहीं, inflexibility है आपमें. Then debating and discussing what cannot be changed. ये बहुत interesting है. हम debate और discuss करेंगे, बंदा ये change नहीं होता है. Why this person is not changing? And then we can have a nice discussion for 2-3 hours, जहाँ पे हम उस व्यक्ति को rip apart कर सकते हैं. We can rip apart that person, you know, and then we can keep discussing. At the end of it, there is no solution, there is no conclusion, okay, but we are feeling good about it. Wow, इसका पूरा dissect कर लिया इस व्यक्ति को हमने, bare till the bare bone. And then after 2-3-5 months, you know, once we collect all the 6 month ka jo masala, again people sit and then they dissect. Signs of inflexibility. Okay, cognizing, सोचते रहना उस चीज के बारे में. unnecessary सोच जिसको कहते हैं, ये सोच वो सोच, पुरानी बातें सोच, बचपन में ये वो उसके बारे में सोचो. You know, most couples, they do this, they have this big problem, okay? When they come to a counselor, the first session is where they are throwing barbs at each other. 10 साल पहले तो ये ऐसा था, 10 साल पहले वो एक करता था, 10 साल पहले ऐसा था, 10 साल, the wife also, 10 साल पहले तुम ये करते थे. Oh my, they are in 10 years back. Present में है ही नहीं. Present में problem क्या है आपको? नहीं, वो ये करते थे, अब नहीं करते. That's the problem. So you are going back in time in the past, making some situation about it, right? And that is the worst thing that can happen, inflexibility. Avoidance to handle a situation. Avoid करो, जाना ही नहीं, उसको मिलना ही नहीं. And you lose out obviously on many things. And there are many other signs of being inflexible. Okay. So anybody can share inflexibility के बारे में अगर आप कुछ बोलना चाहते हो. आपको क्या लगता है? Are you having signs of being inflexible, and in what situation?
I'm having difficulty.
Anit, bol.
Yeah, I have this avoidance thing. If somebody bothers me, irritates me, so छोड़ो क्या जाना उसके मुंह क्या लगना, whatever he says is okay. So at times it so happens that I don't want to meet that person because he'll say something which might trigger a situation. So this, at times it's okay that I don't enter into an argument, but at times I end up not meeting that person again also.
But suppose, let's just say, avoid na karke, what is in you that gets you to avoid this situation?
Now, if I can share, this incident actually happened during COVID. We all were having COVID in our house. So a cousin of mine, he said, I'll send food across. I said, we can't eat. We eat simple food only. So my children were fine at that time. He said, okay, I'll send something for the children. I said, don't send too much because we can't eat fancy stuff as it is. So he got some curry and rice and rotis made. Now it was not some. He made a huge, big casseroles of food. And casseroles of food and 25 chapatis and huge casserole of rice. So I asked him why you had told that you are sending it for children. Now I can't be eating curry in COVID. And the food was not, I didn't know what to do, because in COVID you couldn't give it to anybody also. Nobody would want to take it also. So for me, I just dropped in a message on WhatsApp, thank you for the lovely food. I didn't want to get into any kind of an argument. Now he was expecting more, probably. And I didn't want to get into an argument, so I did not give a call. I said I would say aise ki tu itna kyun bheja, or what do I do with this food? And I don't like throwing food. I can't give it to anybody. I can't do anything. So let me not say anything. So, but then he gave a call, और खाना कैसा था? तो अच्छा था, ठीक है. So after 1 week or 5 days, he again says, मैं और भेज दूं? मैं कहा please मत भेजना. He said, क्यों, क्या हुआ? तूने बोला अच्छा था. So now it was difficult for me to tell him, don't send. He said, नहीं, मैं अभी राजमा चावल भेज देता हूँ. मैं कहा मुझे नहीं चाहिए ना, मैं खाने की स्थिति में है. Now explaining that, now I couldn't explain, he couldn't understand, and I didn't know. मैं कहा again 3 casseroles will come. What will I do? I don't want to throw so much food. And I told him, what do I do? We children wouldn't eat so much food. No, I sent it because you can keep it in the fridge and have later. Now that was his intention.
So now this actually reminds me of this Instagram reel, which I saw, where there was this little girl who said, I made a blind man cross the road, और मुझे 3 लोग चाहिए थे to make him cross the road. तो किसी ने उसको पूछा भी तुमको 3 लोग क्यों चाहिए to make the man cross the road? So उसने कहा कि भाई वो क्रॉस नहीं कर रहा था ना, तो इसीलिए मुझे 3 लोग चाहिए to cross the road. So the child says कि if I had to listen to the blind man, तो फिर मैं क्या ना समाज सेवा कैसे करता, इसलिए मुझे 3-4 लोग चाहिए to make him cross the road. तो ये स्थिति जो अनीत की थी वो वैसे थी कि that person wants to do समाज सेवा. अब अनीत अलाउ नहीं कर रही है ये, इसलिए वो बेचारा ना मार तोड़ के समाज सेवा कर रहा है तुम्हारी. अब the question अनीत is, उसने first जो तुम्हें पूछा था कि मैं तुम्हारे लिए कुछ भेज देता हूँ, करेक्ट? तुमने कहा no need. So now you know this person, ऐसा तो कोई stranger तो है नहीं, ठीक है? तू जानती है कि ये समाज सेवा में थोड़ा करना चाहता है ना? Help करना चाहता है. He wants to help. He's a helper soul, ठीक है? Suppose if you had said that, can you send this, this and this? Would it have been easy?
I said, please send thoda simple.
थोड़ा नहीं. You have to be specific, ना? तो कोई आपको भेज रहा है, आप ये कह सकती थी कि गोभी की सब्जी, रोटी, दाल, यही हमें चाहिए, because यही हम खाएंगे. Suppose, I understand why you said all you said, Amit, because you didn't want the person to unnecessarily who can send it to you. ठीक है? पर अब वो भेजना चाहता है, समाज सेवा करना चाहता है. अब तुम अगर उसको स्पेसिफिकली बोलती, सपोज मैं कह रही हूँ, अगर तू स्पेसिफिकली बोलती कि 10 रोटी भेजना और ये सब्जी भेजना और दाल भेजना, तो मुझे लगता है हम आराम से खा पाएंगे. He would have felt good कि ओ अनीत मेरे से हेल्प ले रही है. She's taking help from me, and she would have felt so good about it. कि अनीत ने जो बोला मैंने उसको दिया. Then it would have been easy for you to appreciate him better. See, most of us, अगर कोई हमें कहेगा कि तू I'll send food for you, we'll say no please, it's okay and all that, there's no requirement. ऐसा हमारा natural reaction है ना. पर अगर कोई व्यक्ति हमें पता है कि वो ये हमारी help करना चाहता है, तो take the help, be flexible and provide him the way to be helpful. वो helpful है, पर हमें उसको रास्ता बताना है कि भैया आप कैसे helpful बन सकते हो. See how difficult it became for you. एक तो उसको appreciate करो, फिर आपको appreciation करना नहीं है, फिर भी आपको appreciate करना पड़ा, तो कितना, it's not a good thing. Good thing मतलब that man is helpful. अब वो helpful भी नहीं रहा आपके लिए, सोचो. हाँ? So what I'm saying is, next time अगर कोई हमें helpful, there are so many people who will say, ma'am, can I please do it for you? Please do it. Karo, no problem. But do it like this. There is no issue, right? आपको पता है, कई लोगों के बारे में आप जानते हैं, right? So you can like शकुंतला जी को मैं कह सकती हूँ, शकुंतला जी, make the poster. Then she will tell me, ma'am, what do you want in the poster written? I will give him, yeah, I will give her the details. ऐसे लिखना. She'll make the poster. If I want to change that, I'll tell him. I won't feel that, oh, she will feel bad, because there is a wonderful relationship that is there, right? तो ये रिश्ता हमको बनाना है, अनी वो तो बेचारा बनाने की कोशिश कर रहा है ना, पर मैं नहीं बना पा रही हूँ उसके साथ में वो रिश्ता. So don't feel compromised, obligated. It's okay. She wants to help. अच्छी बात है. Increase that helpful quality in the right way. So next time if he is going to help somebody, he will say, हाँ, I think I should ask that person. भाई उसको क्या पसंद है, उसके हिसाब से I'll send the food. He will also learn. इसके लिए हमें flexible बनना पड़ेगा ना, वरना हम communicate नहीं कर पाएंगे उस चीज को correctly. Got the idea, नहीं? How to handle such a situation, है ना? It's okay. There are wonderful people in this world who all want to help us. Very nice. अच्छी बात है ना? तो उनको helpful बनाओ ना अपने लिए. There's no need to feel obligated. No need to avoid him. Instead, meet him and say, you know, I appreciate your helping nature. He's such a helpful person. He'll feel good about it. हमारा काम क्या है नहीं? That we make others feel good. है ना? हमारा feel good काम है. Should take full advantage of the work that we are doing and make others feel good about it. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, ma'am. I want to ask you, ma'am, जैसे मेरा 3-4 पॉइंट्स थे, तो आई फाउंड माई सेल्फ, मैं सोचती थी कि मैं बहुत सोशल और बहुत ही फ्लेक्सिबल हूँ, बट उसमें तो मेरे पॉइंट्स थे, 4 पॉइंट्स वर मैचिंग, 4 to 5 पॉइंट्स. तो हाउ टू बिकम फ्लेक्सिबल, मैम? कैसे करूँ अपने ऊपर काम में? मेरे को, मैं डिस्कस भी करती हूँ, मैं सारे जो काम उसमें बताए हैं, आई डू ऑल द थिंग्स.
Okay. So how to become flexible in life? Okay. Anyone can tell us, so then I'll add something. How to be flexible in life? Any ideas?
Ready to accept changes in life.
Failures in life. Okay. Yeah.
Changes. If any changes happens in our life.
Yes. Very good. Very good, Srilakshmi. First step is, as Shri has said, that everything changes. चाहे वो व्यक्ति हो, चाहे वो स्थिति हो. करेक्ट करम? हर चीज बदलती है. हाँ? सो अगर मैं ये एक्सेप्ट करूं कि एवरीथिंग इज इन अ चेंजेबल मोड, तो जो व्यक्ति मुझे, या अगर मैं ऐसी हूं तो मैं ऐसी भी हो सकती. जैसे अभी हमने एग्जांपल दिया अनीत को, राइट? चेंज, या जस्ट बिकम फ्लेक्सिबल, दैट्स ऑल. Change the way you are responding to a situation or to a person.
कि जैसे बाहर के लोग हैं, वहां मेरे को अफेक्ट नहीं कर रही है वो चीज, वो लोग इफेक्ट उतना नहीं करते हैं, वहां पे आई एम टोटली फ्लेक्सिबल. बट विद वेरी फ्यू पीपल, दोज हु आर वेरी क्लोज टू मी, वहां पे मेरे को फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी की प्रॉब्लम.
जो मैंने एक्सरसाइज अभी बताई है, थॉट, फीलिंग, वो पहले करो. नाम लिखो व्यक्ति का, उसके बगल में लिखो एक्सपीरियंस, लिखो सिचुएशन, लिखो राइट द फीलिंग और द फीलिंग दैट यू हैव टुवर्ड्स दिस पर्सन. नाउ व्हाट यू डू इज, द नेक्स्ट 10 days, अगर लोग तुम्हारे साथ रहते हैं या तुम उनके साथ में कनेक्टेड हो, तो नेक्स्ट 10 days ना, ये जो तुम्हारी सोच है जहाँ पे तुम इनफ्लेक्सिबल हो, उसको ऐसे साइड में रखो इन अ बॉक्स. ओके. नाउ यू स्टार्ट सीइंग दिस पर्सन through another lens, कि ये व्यक्ति ऐसी कोई अच्छी चीजें कर रहा हो, अच्छी चीजें बोल रहा हो, उसके ऊपर ध्यान देना स्टार्ट कर. अपनी सोच, अपना जो सोच है तेरी उसके बारे में, वो यहाँ रख दे. ठीक है. अब उसको अलग नजरिए से देखना शुरू कर कि ये, ओ माय गॉड, दिस पर्सन इज ड्रेसिंग अप सो वेल, या कितना मेहनती है, या कितना डिसिप्लिन्ड है, जो भी है ना. So start writing, or mentally in your notepad या कहीं पे भी, all the qualities that you're observing about this person that seem to be very positive. Because हर इंसान में positive qualities तो होगी, तो हो नहीं सकता कि पॉजिटिव क्वालिटीज नहीं है ना, तो वो लिख. And now compare what your perception is of this person to all the qualities that you have written in the next 10 days जो positive है. And now wait, value दो कि मुझे किस पे वैल्यू देना है. मुझे इस क्वालिटी पे वैल्यू देना है जो मैं सोच रही हूँ, या इन सब चीजों के ऊपर वैल्यू देना है जो इस व्यक्ति के अंदर है पर मैं देख नहीं पा रही हूँ. So the value will change. Now start seeing this person with those values and how this person adds meaning because of all the values that he is or she is having. So automatically तुम्हारा perception towards this person start changing. ये आपको करना है, एक्सरसाइज करनी है अपने साथ में, फिर आप फ्लेक्सिबल होना स्टार्ट करेंगे. ठीक है, स्टार्ट डूइंग. थैंक यू मैम. थैंक यू. सो गेटिंग द आइडिया, तो छोटा सा पार्ट है एक्ट का जो आज मैंने शेयर किया आप लोगों के साथ में, बिकॉज इट्स प्रैक्टिकल एंड इट्स इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड. ये जो छोटे छोटे कॉन्सेप्ट्स मैंने आपको बताया, एक्सेप्टेंस है, फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी है, वर्ड, एक्शन, फीलिंग, वैल्यू, मीनिंग, ये 4 important words है in act that we use, and of course the exercise that we did of the leaves in the stream. Okay, so everybody enjoyed?
Yeah, thoroughly, ma'am. It's very, I to learn a lot. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
So it's a simple, yeah, the therapy is different. I mean, therapy to alag hoti hai, but these are aspects of the therapy that are very important to understand. Okay, you can find out a lot of the worksheets and all are there on Google. आप check कर लीजिए अगर आपको interest है तो, you can read through it. Okay, and you can get trained also to become an act therapist. Okay.
Ma'am, वो कहाँ पे हुए?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.